Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming. And welcome back to our playthrough of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U. Let's go ahead and grab our quest. But before we do, if you noticed, we're dressed a little bit differently. Off screen, I've gone ahead and hunted a few more Great Jaggy like we did in the previous episode, and I'm now wearing armor made out of his parts. To make the armor, what you do is come up and talk to the Wyverian, and you can choose to either do armor craft or weapon craft, or to make decorations. If we go to weapon craft, we can forge weapons and choose a weapon we might want to make, such as this real cool switch axe I'm now wearing on my back. Or you can go through and upgrade weapons, so we could take one we've already have, like this iron sword, and if we use some iron ore, we can make it an iron sword plus, which does a little more damage. We can also go to Armor Craft and forge armor. We can make different pieces of armor based on the monsters that we've hunted. We can also upgrade that armor using armor spheres that we find while we're out fighting. The last thing here is decorations. What decorations do is they let you add or remove skills from your armor. So if we look at this armor I'm wearing now, the Great Jaggy armor, we don't want to stand in front of that fire. If we go ahead and look at it, you'll see that on each piece of armor, it has some skill points. So this gives us +1 stun point, +1 attack point, -2 lasting power, and +2 gluttony. If we look at our status, you'll see that because, I'm looking for a better look here. That's going to be the best one I can think of right now. If we look at our status, we can see, there we go, that each set of pieces of our armor gives us a few points in each skill. And for example, the attack, when we reach 10 points, we get attack up small. If we could get our armor to 15 points, we get attack up medium. Or if we could get all the way up to 20 points of attack skill, we would get attack up large. Now what we can do is that some of those skills can be hard to get because the armor doesn't have enough points. So we can talk to the Wyverian, and we can go into decorations, and we can make decorations that you can see add points to skills. So for example, this attack jewel gives us +1 of the attack skill, but -1 to the defense skill. And we could take those after we make them, and certain pieces of armor, such as this Jaggy Vambrace, you can see where it has that slots line, that slots line has one circle. That means it can fit one gem, and we could add in gems to offset or add points to a set. So if we look here again at what we're wearing, we currently have lasting power at -8. If that got up to -10 because of a piece we're wearing, our items wouldn't work as well. So we would want to put in a gem to offset that. The nice thing here about the Great Jaggy armor is a starting set of armor, is there's really nothing here that's going to hurt us. So there's no reason for us to be worried. We also made this cool new switch axe, which you can see, which we're going to use in our next big hunt. So let's head over, talk to the guild sweetheart, and we're going to be doing Bear Trap. This takes place in the deserted island. So capture an Arzuros from a sun-baked fisherman. A while back, I happened across an Arzuros catching fish in the river. Talk about the one that got away. If we could somehow capture it, I reckon I could use its materials to whip up some fancy fishing gear. We'll go ahead and accept that quest. Before we head out, we of course want to eat. Looks like today we're going to have some scale fish. Oh no, let's go for some onion and some salty milk. Sounds good to me. A rich and fulfilling meal. Ooh, and we got a voucher. We can use that. for free meals later on. But let's get on the boat and head on out for the mission Bear Trap. Now, you may have noticed before we got on this mission that the icon above our head wasn't red like we normally see when we go hunting. The icon was gray. That means we actually have to trap our monster. So, you'll see that they give us some shock traps in here, and they give us some trank bombs. What we're going to need to do is hurt the monster until it's limping. Then we'll be able to put the trap down, catch it in the trap, and then throw the trank bombs on it to put it to sleep. Pretty easy. We just need to make sure we don't accidentally kill the monster. Let's go ahead and eat a ration to get up our power. Oh, let's see, we're already at max stamina and I didn't realize it. Oh, well. Let's head off and find... Here's what I'm looking for. Let's head off and find our quarry. I think he may be over in Area 3. There he is. There's the Arzuros. Now, the Arzuros is a bear. Now, the thing you have to remember is being a bear, he has a real thick hide, so hitting him in the back isn't going to do a lot of damage. And if you see his hands there, his claws, he has big bony protection. So if we hit him there the wrong way, our weapon might actually bounce off. Let's start hitting him. This new weapon that we have equipped has what's called an exhaust file in it. Oh, see, there we are bouncing off his claws. So if we hit him with the sword mode, it'll actually make him tired quicker. And when we're in sword mode, we don't bounce off his claws and we do full damage. On this character, or creature actually, if we can do enough damage to his claws, we can break them, and that'll again get us some special items. And on him, that's the only real thing we need to worry about breaking is his claws if we can. I deserved that, you jerk. Go ahead and reload our switch axe so we can use it back in the other mode. There we go. Kind of avoid these hits. He's already frenzied. You can see the puffs of air coming out of his mouth. It means we've ticked him off a bit. Oh. You can see now he does 4 of those slaps instead of 3 that he did before. Oh, we're in a bad spot. We need to move. There we go. Let's go ahead and take this health potion. I think we'll take one more here in a minute. Yeah, you can do that over there while we... Oh, we did a bad move again. That's embarrassing. See again how when they're frenzied, the monsters move much faster. So you can't always depend on having the kind of free time that you might think you do to do something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to break the claws on his hands or not. Oh, we need to stop. See how he's already limping? That means he's ready to be captured. We've done enough damage to him. Now we could keep trying to hit him and try to break his claws, but I'd be afraid that we might kill him accidentally. So, we'll go ahead and get our shock trap ready. I'm giving him a moment to walk into this cave because I think he might be going to sleep. Give him a second. We'll walk in here. Yes. Nope. He's fully awake. So we're going to put this trap on the ground. We're going to let him charge at us. Did we get it in time? Yes, we did. Let him get caught in the trap. And then we're going to hit him with these trank bombs. And there we go. we've captured an Arzuros. As you can see, capturing is pretty easy to do. You just need to make sure that you give the monster a chance to limp so you know he's ready to be captured. Sometimes you can have a special skill equipped that will actually cause the monster's icon to blink on the map so you know he's ready to be captured, and that can be very useful if you're trying to get monsters captured quickly. The other neat thing about capturing is even though we didn't break his claws, because we captured him, we'll be able to get some of those wound slash capture items that we normally wouldn't get if we didn't get a break. So we'll send some of these items to our box. We got his pelt, some armor spheres, another pelt, some honey and mushrooms because he's a bear. He's probably had that stuck in his fur, a paint berry, a blue mushroom, some of the shell, and that we would normally only get if we broke his claws, but because again we trapped him, we got those, and a big bone. Our quest rewards. He's the first one we've ever killed, so he's also the longest. And we'll head on back to Moga Village. Heading back to Moga Village, we've got a couple people to talk to. So it looks like Junior wants to talk to us. What's up, Junior? Hey, you seem like you're in the loop around here, so maybe this is old news. But the kids are all carrying on about some old creature they saw in the woods. At first, I figured it was just their imagination playing tricks on them. But then I cornered the kid who saw it and heard his report firsthand. Sounds like we got a shakalaka on our hands. Shakalaka look like us, except half as tall and with weird masks. Don't let their size fool you. They're vicious. I've heard tell they're worse than wyverns when they attack in a group. If a tribe has shown up in our woods, I hope I'm just jumping to conclusions. But if you plan on searching for the little bugger, you best be prepared. Oh, by the way, the kids insisted on asking the guild to look for the thing they saw. Go check the quest counter. Looks like we're going to have a quest to go find a shakalaka. What's the chief have to say? Great work, kid. I think we can all agree you're no rookie anymore. But don't get cocky, you hear? Like I said, the Arzuros is felines play. There's plenty of tougher monsters out there. Now then, while you were out, you missed a bit of excitement in the village. One of our boys came home saying he'd spotted a strange creature in the woods. Neither human nor monster, he says. Sure, we could chalk it up to a playful imagination, but I think his story warrants a listen at least. Better safe than sorry, right? I'll let him give you the details. Do me a favor and go investigate. Heck, do yourself a favor. The guild is treating this as an official quest. You should drop by the quest counter. And other than our guild sweetheart, let's go talk to her. Wow, she's not country. What are we doing? Wow, nice work, Hunter. Now, just anybody could capture such a fierce monster, especially without any decent intel. Now, don't let it go to your head, but everybody at Guild HQ is talking about you and me, your trusty liaison. By now, I bet you're thinking it's about time you were approved to hunt in a new area, huh? Well, slow down, partner. There's a little boy in the village who has a request for you. See, he spotted some kind of strange creature in the woods. He thinks it's a pixie. Isn't that cute, kids? You should have seen him. A few measly zenny clutched in his tiny hand as he begged for someone, anyone to help. Be a sport and check it out, even if it does sound like a bunch of malarkey. Just be careful. Wouldn't want the pixie to turn you into a pumpkin or something. Also, the kid dumped his life savings into this request, but don't expect some millions any reward, okay? If you complete the quest, I'll write you a sterling letter of recommendation, I promise. So that gave us another urgent quest, but we still have a couple level 2 quests to do. We'll be doing those quests first before we move on to the urgent quest in future episodes of Grug Gaming. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and we hope to see you soon.